In this episode, I'm taking you down to the high-level bridge in Edmonton, where I capture some amazing shots of the bridge. And it's something that you drive, if you live in Edmonton, you drive across this bridge, often, and you don't really think about it. It's an interesting drive because of the shape of the bridge, and you're driving through it. It's like being in a square tunnel. The lights on it are interesting at night, but when you're driving through it, it's so old, and the design of it, it has a real sort of, I guess, Gothic feel to it. So when you're shooting images of it at night, it has a real like sinister feel to it. Like this should be in a movie. There should be, at some point, there should be a movie, at least a scene where there's a car chase going through this bridge, gunfights, the whole thing. There should be an amazing sequence that goes through that bridge at some point in some cool ass movie. But who knows? I went down there and I shot it with my RED V-Raptor, and it turned out amazing. I couldn't be happier with the way it all turned out. Again, this is just another exercise as well as what's this thing like when it's really, really dark and you're only using available light. And it turns out it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So I'm pretty pumped on this. So I hope you enjoy this. And you'll notice too that the lights on the bridge in some shots are different colors. I had to go there 3 times. The first time I forgot to shoot this, and the second time I forgot to shoot that. So the third time I had to mop up and get it all done. So there'll be a couple shots that are a different color of the bridge, but predominantly everything you'll see is red. So that explains that. So without any further ado, hope you enjoy the video. I'm really liking the way the structural steel over top of the bridge helps create a big frame for this whole image here. Also, the leading lines that take you all the way down into the photo or the shot, whatever you want to call it. And I'll have right here, you'll see on the side here, we've got this reflective tape here that's going to help frame. There's a little bit outside of that I can see, but that's helping sort of frame this in. And then you've got the big frame here. This whole thing looks like it should be in like Batman, The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan directed that, and I feel like this shot could be in that movie. And that's right. I just compared myself to Christopher Nolan. I have no shame, and I'm not taking it back. I'm going to stand by that. Anyways, I'm going to shoot this with an 85mm lens, and we'll see how this looks. Okay, so now I'm going to do this next shot here. I'm going to use the 20mm lens that I've got on here. And like I said before, we're going to use this to help frame this up. We've got the big frame here on the structure. So I'm really feeling this. It's looking pretty gritty, and thankfully it's not too friggin' cold out tonight. I did have a couple of whack jobs try talk to me here just a minute ago, so thankfully there's nobody else here that I got to deal with. Okay, so I've got this wrapped up here, and now I'm just going to head down the bridge here, and we're going to see what else we can come up with. There's so many crisscrossings of steel and texture and all kinds of shapes and frames and stuff. Like this whole thing is just full of frames. So I'm sure we'll be able to find other interesting compositions that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I got another one framed up here. So we've got the frame of the girder here, and then another girder right here, locking this in. And yeah, lots of honking. There you go. Anyways, man, the traffic's bad right now. Anyways, we've got this framed up here, coming down with the girder here. So this is cutting across the bottom third of the frame. And then the other side of the frame is this girder that's right here. So I'm focused on the other side here, and the road comes from over there, but it does a nice curve in like that. So it's got depth, it's got stuff going on. Plus you got the overhang. So you've got some leading lines, plus this cool frame right here, which is interesting. And the way this is shot, you're focused across the way on the other side of the road here. And when you're looking at this and you're making a cinematic image, it looks like I'm looking at this thinking, I can picture a scene here. Like you could picture somebody running and being chased, or some sort of spy or something like that, who's got, a long trench coat and a top hat kind of thing, and the moody music and whatnot. Personally, I think this is pretty friggin' cool. So I'm really digging this. So I'll put this up on the screen here and you can have a look for yourself. Okay, so I've got a lot going on with this shot here. I've got this frame here cutting across on an angle, again, helping frame this corner in of the shot. There's, you got the vertical lines of the structure here. Another angled line on the other side. You've got horizontal lines of wires and the concrete ground and all kinds of stuff. You got the archway of the Walterdale Bridge. Sorry, I have to yell the traffic there. The archway of the Walterdale Bridge over there all lit up. That looks cool. You got all this red light going on here. And then there's a power station way over there that's got some blue light in it. So that'll show up in this as well. So we've got color contrast and vertical lines and all kinds of stuff. You could spend all day just framing up shots here. This place is full of shots, and you could picture some sort of cinematic scene going on, like a high-speed chase going by. You got guys hanging out of the car, friggin' machine guns shooting at guys, and all kinds of stuff could be going on here. So I'm digging it. In this corner, the south end of the bridge here, there's limited light, as you can tell. So extra creepy. And so I've got this, let me get on this side here. I've got the pathway that's curving out off to the left here. But then also right here, you've got this emergency thing here where you go up and press the button and it's an intercom and likely goes to 911 or something. This is nice and dark with the one light on that, so it's extra creepy. It has like a horror movie kind of feel over in this corner here. Yeah, so and again, you've got all this structure going on here, so it's very, very interesting if you're trying to go for something creepy and moody. this certainly fits the bill. Again, you could picture some sort of movie scene going on in here. You know, somebody who's bleeding or something, got stabbed or shot or something, and they're just barely making it up to the emergency button there and hitting it and calling for help. Or you got people walking down here and you got somebody hiding over here waiting to jump them. I don't know. There's a million different scenes that could happen in here, but it's I don't know, feels pretty cinematic to me. Okay, so for this last one here, I mean, it's a given. It's an absolute given. Straight down the pipe here. It is just, it can't get any simpler than this, but it is an amazing frame job here with the structure of all the steel and the angles and a little bit of an overhang, the lights. And then on this side, you've got the railing. And then years ago, they added these things so you have a hard time jumping over and jumping off. So, you know, it kind of helps shape the whole thing. And I mean, it's a no-brainer. You have to get this. Yeah, so this whole thing was, this was a fun experience. I really enjoyed making all this stuff. You know, to get out and try something different and really work on, I don't know, expanding my capabilities. And then just from like my own personal learning, like learning how dark can it be, and you lifting the shadows before it gets just too crunchy or too grainy. How much can you use noise reduction and still hold on and have some sharpness? You know what I mean? Like all these balancing acts when you're getting into low light, because, you know, anybody that knows, the RED V-Raptor is apparently a beast in the industry for low light. And I would say it is. I mean, the images I'm getting out of this are amazing. So if you, oh, battery's dying, camera's shutting down. That's it. That's a wrap. So if you like this, hit the subscribe button, comment, share, like, all that stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.